Two people are under arrest after a Toronto police officer was shot last night, with the officer expected to make a full recovery from those injuries. Tyler Cheese is at the scene near Yonge and Eglinton. Tyler, what do we know about what happened there?
Yeah, Dwight, I'm outside this condo building on Lillian Street, south of Eglinton, just east of Yonge, where police say officers were conducting a robbery investigation around 5 p.m. last night. According to a source with Toronto Police, 53 Division Major Crime officers spotted a parked vehicle that was involved in robberies in the area. They watched the vehicle for hours, waiting for the owner to come back. Then, when they saw people approach the vehicle, officers tried to make an arrest. Shots were exchanged, and the officer was shot in his abdomen. The Ontario Special Investigations Unit is investigating because of that exchange of gunfire and that an officer shot his gun at the suspect. Police say that the suspect was not hit and he fled. Today, the SIU says 2 men have been arrested in relation to the shooting. Earlier today, we spoke with a resident who was here last night. Here's what he had to say.
So, ambulance is taking someone out. At a point, I realized it was actually the officer that was taken out. And yeah, again, it's horrible to witness something like this so close to the home and in an area like which we peacefully stroll almost day and night, like seeing something such violent thing could have happened.
So you can see here some footage from inside the condo's parking garage. We've been told that this is where the confrontation happened, and as you can see, officers are still monitoring here today.
Tyler, what do we know about the officer who was shot?
So the police chief spoke to media outside of Sunnybrook Health Sciences Centre last night and provided an update on the officer at the time.
Very relieved to report that our officer is doing well. He was shot in the abdomen and is here in a hospital surrounded by colleagues and family being supported during what is obviously a difficult and challenging time. But I'm relieved to say that he's doing well and the injuries are not life-threatening. I think this is another example of the dangers our officers face. This is the 637th time a police officer has been injured in the City of Toronto this year. And I think it speaks volumes about the dedication of the Toronto police officers who serve our city every single day and go into harm's way to do everything they can to keep our city safe.
So we've also had an update from the Toronto Police Association this morning. The union says the 29-year-old officer remains in hospital and is being treated for injuries, and he's in good spirits. They tell us he has served with the force for 5.5 years and is currently assigned to the Major Crime Unit at 53 Division. And Dwight, Toronto Police say they will release more information, including details on the charges laid against the men who were arrested later today.
Tyler Cheese at Yonge and Eglinton with that update. Thank you, Tyler.